Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Finance Ecosystem and Technology podcast as a part of our campaign, Pintar Uang, by Binus International University. My name is Kaha, and today I'm joined with my co host, Alexander, and our
Hello.
guest speaker, Mr. Christian Lasmana.
Hi everybody.
And today we are honored to be joined by Mr. Christian Lasmana, a finance and a fintech professional with over 20 years of experience across institutions such as HSBC, Citi, DBS, OCBC, NS, and ISP, Dana, and currently in Irawata Finance. And our discussion today will be focused on user behavior, trust, and security in digital payments in Indonesia.
Thank you so much for joining us, Pa Christian. We're excited to learn from your experience across both traditional banking and the emerging fintech industries.
Yeah.
And to begin, perhaps we can start with by understanding like your current role and the organization that you're currently involved in.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Rafi and Alex, for having me here and to Binus team as well. So I'm Christian Lesmana. I'm currently the president director of PT Indonesia Airawata Finance. We are one of the biggest players in BNPL. We are multi-finance, so it's under OJK's supervision. Leasing, ya kalau orang-orang usually people call us leasing, but we are a multi-finance company working in BNPL industry. Our website is iaf.co.id, so you can check it out as well.
Okay, and we were going for the first section. We're gonna talk about the introduction of the industry as well. And since you've already explained what Airawata is as a leasing company, if I'm not mistaken, as you said before, but can you tell us in detail like the scope, the services, and the operational focus within the Indonesian financial ecosystem?
So in Indonesia, if you wanna get loan, you will need to deal with a few formal institutions. Bank, number one. Number two, perusahaan pembiayaan or leasing or multi-finance. Okay, so if you want to get a car loan, you can get it through bank, kredit kepemilikan mobil, or you can get it through multi-finance company or leasing. And then you can also get through P2P now, pinjol, if you want to get a cash loan, right? Now you can also get it from koperasi. You can also get it from BPR, yeah, or the number 6. You can also get it from the Gadai. Gadai. You understand Gadai?
Yes.
You have handphone. You broke. You want to get some money. You put your handphone there at Rumah Gadai. Rumah Gadai value you at 5 million. Then you will get a cash of 4 million. But your handphone, your collateral, your jaminan stay with them. Right. So these 6 institutions type. So we are multi-finance, but we are not selling 4-wheeler, 2-wheeler. We are selling buy now, pay later. Later we will talk more about the buy now, pay later and how it's perceived as a negative, but it should be helping a lot of Indonesians to get financial inclusion, financial access.
Okay. I want to ask, well, what type of people are usually your clients? Like, is it individuals, small to medium enterprises, or other types of people?
Consumer individuals. Indonesia has 180 million adults. Of that, maybe around 40-50% already have access to banking, right? But the remaining of these people, we call it is either unbankable or thin bank. Meaning even if they have bank accounts, it was like 5 years ago and just one bank from BRI, for example. Even the majority of them is still unbankable and or thin bank.
That's very interesting because, like, from what we learned from our class as well is that of how dramatic the change is from like traditional to the rise of digital payments like Curious,
Yeah.
GoPay, and like
Yeah.
everything else. And that is what we're going to talk after this.
Yeah.
And the next question is how did digital payments become rapidly integrated into the Indonesian society, and what encouraged people to shift from cash to online or cashless payment?
Okay, so I'm 40 plus years old now, right? So I'm a generation where, I'm enjoying Sony Walkman and all that. So that time is before Spotify, even before Winamp MP3, right? So I still have experience to writing checks and all that. And then credit cards and now BNPL and Curious, right? But here is the thing, the one game changer is when the governments force applying everybody to have the eKTP in 2015. Before that, when I have my name Christian Lesmana and I'm trying to explain to bank and prove them that I'm Christian Lesmana, they will ask me this question: Christian Lesmana using CH or using K? Christian L or Christian Lesmana? Even if I say Christian Lesmana, there are 5 Christian Lesmana. Which one are you? And how do I know bank? How do I know that you are Christian Lesmana working in Citibank? How do I ensure that you are not Christian Lesmana, the one that has the collectability 5, the bad debt, right? Yeah. That's why I need to give them, okay, my DOB, date of birth is December 1979. Not enough. There's still 2 Christian Lesmana like that. So how do I ensure you? My mother's maiden name, nama garis ibu kandung, is this one. So that's how the mother's maiden name got into the uniquely only in Indonesia, the financial institutions in Indonesia. That's this story. But after the 2015, there's NIK, nomor induk kependudukan. And it's becoming primary, it's becoming unique. So there shouldn't be any double NIK. I mean, if there is, then that's a fraud case. Right now, since then, and then coupled with biometric, retina, and then fingerprints, that makes our every single KTP becoming unique. And that is the foundations of the digital payment and also digital lending as well. Since then, there's P2P, there's BNPL, penetration to e-wallet is increasing and all that.
So before that, it was like more complex because there are lots.
It's chaos.
It's really.
I can have 2 KTP, 3 KTP.
Oh.
So in your opinion, that's the biggest factor?
One of it.
Right?
The second one will be COVID.
Because people can't go out, so they need.
You cannot go out,
Yeah.
right? You still need to buy your groceries.
So you need to use e-wallets to order.
Exactly. That accelerates the adoptions of the digital payment. Like QRIS, for example, right? QRIS, do you guys know how many people using QRIS in Indonesia?
Right. Maybe 50 million?
50 million.
Pick a number. 50 million, 63 million. Okay, now that sounds like not that big, but it's 1/3 of adult population in Indonesia. That's number one. Number two, you look from the other angles. Credit cards in Indonesia, it has been in the market for 3 decades, since 1989 or something, right? And they only have total 18 million cards in Indonesia, even after 3 decades. And QRIS is 63 million. Okay, that's how huge it is. Visa Master, the whole Visa Master global is only 170, 180 million, right? And we in Indonesia, during QRIS alone, is already 63 million, and it's growing 100% year on year. Okay.
We would like to talk about the user behavior and trust in the next section. And so, the question is, how do user behavior and consumer trust the influence of the adoption and long-term usage of digital payments platforms in Indonesia?
I mean, okay, when we talk about customer in Indonesia, I want to split it into bankable and unbankable. If you are bankable, people like you, once you have the KTP, right, you are in Jakarta, you have tons of options, right? I'm going to mention a few brands. You have BCAD, you have Bank Neocommerce, you have C-Banks, you have Bank Jago, you have Alo Banks. If you wanna, you are lazy, you don't wanna go to branch, you can choose all these, right? If like my son, that recently just opened bank accounts, you are okay to go to branch and submit all the paperwork, then you go for BCA, you go for Mandiri. You have lots of options, right? Now imagine people like you guys, 89 years old, living in Merauke. Okay, the nearest BRI branch maybe 2-3 hours motorcycle distance. Will you go there and open your bank account? Even if you go there, it's still BRI, right? Yeah. I mean, it's still with the old ATM and all that. The app is not that great anyway. Yes. So what's your choice? It's digital bank, right? Bank. Or depends on what you need. If what you need is only transferring money, you wallet. Done. You can QRIS, you can buy pulsa, you can buy token, you can do bank transfer freely. Done. So the boundaries between banks and e-wallet and the other digital payment is getting thinner and thinner.
I see. And from your experience also, do you think Indonesian customers prefer convenience, like how fast like the application are, or the security in choosing like payment platforms, like online payment platforms? Okay,
so again, depends on the usage of the financial instruments itself, right? Even for, again, I so happens to have my second sons that is around your age as well, right? When I say depends on your usage is, do you want to use the financial instrument for payment only? Buying ticket, bioskop, easy, use e-wallet.
Yeah.
No hassle, no complexity. However, If you wanna store your wealth, even though you guys are still young, right? I'm not talking about your parents' money. I'm talking about your own hard-earned money, for example, right? You work and then you have 10 million salary, da da da. You work for 2 years, you accumulated 200 million rupiah, and you wanna store that 200 million rupiah, your hard-earned money. Will you store in e-wallet?
No.
You store in a bank. You store in a bank, then the next question will be what will be the wealth instrument? Are you going to buy stocks? Are you going to buy ori? Are you going to buy Bitcoin? Are you going to buy gold? Right? And that is how you choose. You're going to sacrifice a little bit of your fast and convenience against security. Right? You're going to store it 200 million, right? Do you mind if I ask you, half-hour question video call, your KYC, who are you, what are you, prove me your KTP and all that, register your biometric finger point and all that? You're okay, 200 million, man, right? But if it is only for buying, gorengan through Qris, they're asking you all these things, no way.
Yeah.
For what? Right? So again, depends on the complexity of your financial instruments. It's always, even since 10 decades, 10 years, 20 years ago, a balance between fast and convenience and security and the complexity of your financial instruments. It's always like that.
So it's based on users' needs also.
Yeah.
But what do you think about, like, there are, as you said before, there are some bankable and unbankable people, but what if some of them are not educated enough to actually, like, they want to store money, but the only thing that they know is like e-wallet, and do you think banks provide enough information for the customers that don't really have an exposure towards that to actually know about saving and investing money?
If you view it that way, it's an opportunity for the banks, for digital banks as well, right? To be able to provide that access to them.
And get all your customers in exchange.
Exactly. And the best way, and this is I truly believe, is no one can survive the competitions alone in this market. You have to collaborate. E-wallet collaborate with banks. E-wallet need banks for the funding and more complex instruments. Banks need e-wallet for access to the mass customer. Right?
Yes.
Say in Dana, and this is public information, for example, Dana is our parents group. You want to buy gold, right? E-wallet cannot provide gold.
Yeah.
It's not in our license. Our license is e-wallet, right? But we collaborate with the financial institutions, the partners that is providing gold license, right? It's there in the e-wallet. Then you can buy gold in e-wallet, right? Banking is also doing the same thing as well. Well, by law, banking cannot sell gold, but you can buy gold in banking apps now, right?
Yeah.
Collaborating with partners. That's how we do it.
I see. Okay, and the next topic is going to be about security. And I'd like to hand it over to Alexander to explore some of the risk and operational challenges behind the risk of digital payments.
Okay. How do Qris and other digital payment systems create convenience and security risks such as scams, phishing, and transaction fraud?
Okay, so I noticed these nervous questions everywhere, not just from low economy people, if you don't mind me to using that words,
Yes.
but also including even premier customer where they have billions of money. They got scammed like puluhan juta kind of thing through OTP and all that, right? So we cannot talk about financial inclusion without talking financial literacy. It has to go together, right? Like maybe people like you guys already know because you guys are college graduate and all that, right? Will you give your OTP to stranger?
No.
Right? But if this is in rural area, second tier city, third tier cities, emak-emak umur 50-an something, and the one that is calling them is saying, I'm from police department, I need that urgent numbers that I give, that the bank sent you just now, can you give it to me now? She's brain freeze already, right? And giving the frosted that one. So it has to go together, and you cannot do financial inclusion without doing financial literacy in the simplest way. Keep educating them. Talking about your questions, Alex, again, it depends on the security measurements. Biometric is okay now. AI can do the face, scamming and all that. But even fraudster have the cost to do fraud. He won't do that for e-wallet like few hundreds rupiah kind of.
Yeah, there's no profit
Exactly,
there.
right? If you're going to store your wealth, the 200 million thing, the one that I give in the previous examples, then you have to do double, triple authentication, OTP, and then biometric, security question and all that.
I can ask. What are some of the common user mistakes that increase their risks of exposure to those scams?
It's you have to stay calm all the time. Usually, the easiest one is the OTP. It's really painful. It's really painful. Even when I work in a bank, even senior bankers with 30 years of experience also got scammed because of that OTP, because they're being very, very smart. Like the last examples that I took is they're pretending to send emails or WA or SMS from Dirjen Pajak. Right? When you receive SMS from Dirjen Pajak, what's in your mind? Oh shoot, I need to pay
My
sekian
taxes.
puluh juta, right? And that's how they play with your mind, right? So you really have to be careful on that one.
It's hard to differentiate with it.
It's hard to differentiate, but you need to stay calm. By then you can reassess whether this one is a fraudster or genuine, right? And don't do that by clicking the link.
That's also what happens to one of my closest family members. Also,
Exactly.
she's like, it's my tante.
Exactly.
And it happened.
Exactly. And she's maybe educated as well, right?
Yeah, and after that, we became really careful with that.
Exactly.
And okay, talking about the case with like the people who got like fraud and like got scammed, what are like in your experience, what do you see like the common mistakes that people or the users make that can increase the exposure like these risks? Maybe if it's like lack of education or maybe other stuff.
I don't think it's lack of education. Financial literacy is the general words I usually use, but the practical terms is, never ever share your OTP. Me, practically, I always use we are all forgetful people, right? I
Yes.
usually use, some of the people use the same password and same PIN everywhere. However, for some of the applications or, the financial instrument that you use to store your wealth, you have to differentiate that one. Don't use the same one, right? Don't write down easily and all that.
I see.
Yeah, that's the most common mistake. Your e-wallet, you have the same PIN, and then for your HSBC accounts where you store your foreign deposit, you have the same one. One more. Double authentication. Double authentication. So if you want, if the fraudster going to access your accounts, the one that you store, your wealth, not just the password but also OTP, if needed, also biometric. Yeah, and this is also the most common mistake. If you store your life, your wealth in your phone, jangan jorok. It's the same phone. You have WhatsApp, you have Telegram, you have all the nasty applications and all that. You have the dating app. Everything is there, right? It's time bomb. If you're going to store your wealth, at least you have two phones. Or if you have one phone, don't be jorok. Don't store lots of other things like that. If you going to store lots of other things like that, have two phones. This is the brankas move. Will you store nasty application in your brankas phone? No, right? Then this is your day-to-day. Easy, practical.
Okay. Talking about the spots and their scam attempts, I would like to ask, how do companies internally handle transaction failures and fraud cases or suspicious transfers and transactions?
Okay, failure and all that in financial institutions work is always happening, right? But what you need to put attention is at what percentage, at what frequency. If we talk about retail, when you serve hundreds of millions of customers, dozens of millions of customers, there will always be failure. But at what percentage? If it is 1 per 1 juta, should be okay. And you need to set your benchmark well. Say, I'm just making it up. BCA, what's their failure rate, right? JP Morgan, DBS, for example, and you are at par or better than that, you should be okay. Don't get too nervous.
Okay. Question.
Has fraud become more sophisticated recently? And if it does, how does it affect security risks?
Of course. The most scary one is they can mimicking your face now with simple AI.
Like deepfake?
Yeah, deepfake, right? You have a biometric based on your face, and they are able to mimicking your face through that. It's like you, Alex. You're pretending to be me through Zoom call, and then they have the deepfakes, and then they change your face into my face. And if that face is being used as a biometric reading, you are screwed.
So what you're saying is, as someone who uses I use CBank and other applications as well, and one of the biometrics that they have are where you can scan your face and you have to rotate your face, right? So if that happens, so what other biometrics do you think, or at least
double, triple verification, right? Face, fingerprints, PIN, right? It's difficult for them to bypass all these things.
Oh yeah.
right? So if you're going to store your wealth, double verification. Even as simple as Google, Gmail, for example,
Yeah.
I always use double verification, OTP and password, right? And I only give access to trust devices only.
I see.
Yeah.
That's a good insight.
Okay. I would like to talk about fintech integration. What were some of the biggest challenges or risks that came about when integrating fintech into Irawata Finance?
Okay, so the biggest problem with the question that you ask is data,
Data
and also ecosystem.
and ecosystem.
Ecosystem meaning if you are a super bank, for example, and you have the ecosystem of Grab Financial, then okay, then you can write on Grab every time people go into Grab, then you can offer, hey, do you want to take this BNPL and all that? Or if you are Shopee and Cbank, right, you can do that. But if you don't have any ecosystem, it's a little bit tough, right? Because the customer is in that ecosystem. People that come to you to apply loans is usually risky, right? So that's the number one issue. Do you have the ecosystem? If you have the ecosystem, will you be able to convert the user in your ecosystem into financial services products? That's the first one. The second one is the data. We have 180 million adults in Indonesia, all that. We are the most sexy market after China, after India.
Yeah.
Let's strike out Russia.
Yes.
Right, after US, after India, after China, we are the most sexy market in the world, right? The sexiest market in terms of number of customers in Asia after China and India, right? But our data is so dirty, right? You can only make good decisions based on the good data as well. You can only make an A score, a B score, application score, behavior score, to determine whether you are good or bad customer based on the data, and that's the most difficult part, cleansing the data.
What do you mean by dirty?
Dirty meaning, I give you an example, right? When you have Christian Lesmana in say Slick data, you guys understand Slick data?
Not quite.
Slick is the system that is being used by OJK to report whether you are a good or a bad customer, how many instruments you have,
Okay.
right? So even in that system, right, there's a lot of debtor financial institutions that is giving garbage information as well going in, right? And it's a tons of data that you have to analyze yourself,
Yeah.
right? I give you a practical example. For example, say you acquire a customer and the guy is giving you and you are asking for KTP upload, right? And after that you ask a bunch of questions and the guy is giving you false information and you are not validating that. It will stay in your system, and if you exchange that information to the other partner for partnership purpose, right, it's becoming even more dirty,
I see.
right? The classic example is the nama gadis ibu kandung, right? Who is validating that one, and why is that still being asked everywhere? It's really funny.
I see.
Okay.
And also talking about what Alexander talked about, the integration of fintech and the challenges in like Irawata Finance. Would you say this challenges is more technological, like regulatory, or cultural within the organization?
I will say we're not afraid with competitions and all that, but it will be best if we are being supported by a regulatory landscape that is really supporting for the growth. That I really hope that there's a very good understanding between us, the industry players, and the regulators and the governments that is really supporting and really helping us to get to the north star of what we wanted, which is financial inclusion for the whole Indonesia population.
Yes. So, and for the next topic, I would like to talk about the future of digital payments. And what is your perspective on the future challenges and opportunities within Indonesia's digital payment ecosystem, like especially regarding the financial inclusion, cybersecurity, and the consumer protection as well?
I will shortly answer that very good questions. You guys are 20 something years old,
Yeah.
right? 20 something years old, right?
Nearly 20.
Nearly.
Oh, nearly 20. So even younger
I'm
than
20.
that. Yeah, even younger than that. There is no other window of opportunity for you guys to be really, really successful other than this decade. Give you examples. I'm graduating in 2001, 2002. Okay, 2001, 2002 from Binus University as well, computer science. You want to code, you have to use a good PC that time. That time is Pentium 133, Pentium 1, right? And it's so slow, right? Even if I wanna, when I wanna create a Snake game, the famous Nokia Snake game that time, took me 2 weeks to create that game, right? The same effort. If you guys want to do that now, just prompt it to Clouder.
Yeah.
And then
Done.
10 minutes or something.
10 minutes something, right? Another example. In my time, when I graduated, early 2000-ish, if I want to create a company that is providing, the simplest one, yeah, I want to have a company that is providing P2P application, create Android apps, and then, the login, registration, payment, repayment, reporting, I need to hire, my friends, 20 of them, 30 of them, sewa ruko, registrasi, there's not even a Play Store at that time, right? Everything is through website.
Yes.
No mobile phone. No, mobile phone is not this significant, right? If you guys want to do the same thing right now, how are you going to do it? Clouder, ChatGPT, coding, just prompting, maybe less than 1 week done.
Yeah.
Then upload to Play Store, Google Play, right?
Yeah.
The significance.
Easy. AI. We haven't talked about AI as well, right?
Yeah.
So should Indonesia focus on like AI in the next 5 years or so in terms of integrating it into fintech, or
It's happening now already. It's not future anymore. It's not even near future. It's now happening. Give you examples. You guys use Dana. Try to ask any queries to the Dana customer service. Do you think it's people that is replying your chat?
No.
It's AI bot powered by ChatGPT or any LLM.
But sometimes what I also notice about the AI assisted replies is that let's say like we have a technical issue that is not solvable by AI. Like we still need like customer service, obviously.
Yeah.
And how do you think that could be integrated? Because I've experienced it myself that I also have a trouble in Shopee. I think it was like for to like top up or like I forget what problem that I had, but they only provide like the AI assistant when I actually need the customer service, and it's kind of hard getting to contact like the actual human service. And how do you think like maybe from your experience like Indonesia or like companies such as Shopee can implement that in the future to balance out the services as well?
So we are at the beginning of artificial intelligence. We are at the middle actually of artificial intelligence. It's only as good as the data that it connects to, right? Say for example, maybe it cannot solve your problem because it's not yet connected to the refund database.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's only accessible by human. It's not yet integrated. But once it is integrated, once the data is available and readable by the AI bot, right? What's the difference? I mean, anything that the human agent can do, this AI agent can do as well. The only thing, and even better, they can even do it better. The only thing that is keeping them to perform as good as humans is data extraction and training from that data.
Yeah.
Once you do that, even human agent will be defeated by AI agent. Trust me.
talking about AI, how may artificial intelligence, biometric systems, and other emerging technologies and other innovations influence the development of financing systems?
It's really disrupting now. Let me try to get the best examples. So, like 20 years ago, if you want to create a customer persona, for example, you guys have finance. I hope you guys understand customer persona, right? If we want to create customer persona, I will send a marketing research firm, do interview with people, and then try to digest all the data in my database and try to create the persona for my right clients. King, queen, high earner, not yet rich, poor people, and all that, right? Now with the help of AI, I can just give them access to my database. I prompt them, I want to create a persona based on this, and this. You try to find similarities and all that. And he's able to do that. That's the first one. Second, you create the example that I mentioned, the P2P companies.
Yeah.
You create. After you create the P2P companies, and then you want to create a white paper.
White paper?
Business strategy. Who's the customer? What's my unique selling propositions? What's my customer value propositions? Should I compete with this one or that one? How much interest rate I should give and all that, right?
Okay.
Usually it took months of research, right? Now with cloud is like within hours only.
Even a day.
Right, so yeah, AI will not replace humans, but humans with AI will replace another human.
Do you think it should be a concern for like the scope of our working in the future also?
For sure. For sure.
That's right.
You cannot, and this is my advice to my own sons and daughter as well, which is your age. You cannot stop the changes. You cannot fight the wave. You have to ride it. If you're still thinking the old-fashioned school way, like lulus finance, ngoper CFA, mau jadi clerical, mau kerja, account payable, account receivable, it's gone, man. It's gone. So what you should do is, can you write on AI to be the subject matter expert of finance with AI? Can you create LLM that is focusing on finance related? Can you create a company, a startup based on the AI and your knowledge finance? Can you solve the problem in Indonesia community that is not yet solvable with your finance lens with the help of these AI advancements and all that? That's how you should view the world. With that, you should be okay.
So it's about having the seizing the opportunity and also using AI as our assistant rather than having
Riding the wave, don't fight the wave. You'll fight the wave, you'll be crushed under the wave.
I do agree with that. And do you believe that these technologies will increase trust amongst the people of Indonesia?
At time, yes, but it will take time. It will take time. We are late. We are always late joiner in this kind of technology, but that's good. That's bad. That's bad because other countries might be faster than us.
Yes.
But it's good for us. We don't have to. I mean,
We don't have to-
like creating a new visions and all that. Just look at China.
Yeah, we
look
can
at US.
We can also help avoid the problems they face because we have hindsight.
Yes. Yes, just look at what is working there and see whether that one will work as well in Indonesia market and try to expedite the market rollout.
Yeah, even better, we can also assess and we can better the progress that has maybe from China and we can make it better in Indonesia.
Customized for local market, correct?
Yes. Okay, and before we conclude, we'd like to ask one more question. And what advice would you give to the younger generations and university students regarding safe, responsible, and financially aware usage of digital payment platforms?
Very good questions. Maybe I have two advice only.
Okay.
Grow your asset. That's number one. I don't think it's in everybody's mind, actually young generation like
Yes,
you guys, to
true.
grow asset. You guys love to buy Rolex or Tags or mobil yang kayak begini, begitu, but how many of you guys are obsessed in seeing every year that your asset is growing? Rumah, beli rumah kos, beli franchise, beli emas, beli USD, beli Bitcoin, beli stock, beli all that, and really obsessed to see that growing
Yeah.
at 20 years old something. That's one. Number two, grow your knowledge. Grow your knowledge because knowledge is asset now. Give you examples now. If I ask you, you guys are finance, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys understand DeFi lending?
DeFi and
Not yet.
DeFi like DeFi?
Decentralized finance.
Or decentralized.
Oh, we can learn about
Not really.
See, and you guys are finance graduate, for examples only, right? So this is a keep changing world. So you have to accumulate that knowledge for you guys to be on top of things, right? So grow your asset, number one. Number two, grow your knowledge. It will be compounding your wealth at the end.
Okay.
I see. Maybe we haven't learned that part yet, but we'll definitely get it.
For sure.
Thank you so much, Christian,
Thank you, Alex. Thank you,
For-
Afi.
for joining us on this podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
and
you.
we really appreciate your time and valuable
you.
perspectives in the digital payment security, trust, and the fintech in Indonesia.
Yeah.
And thank you everyone for
Terima
listening.
kasih.
And
Thank you.
we hope that today's discussion has provided a deeper understanding of the evolving digital payments in Indonesia. And again, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you.
for having
Thank you.
us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.